Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I am late getting my second video out today, but let me tell you what, this is going to be worth it. Very rarely do I put out a video where I'm like, if you fully comprehend, there's a reason I've been here since 2013 in this one digital asset. There's a reason I've been following this one company, Ripple. I've told you it's not an ordinary company, it's not an ordinary digital asset. In this by the end of this video, and part of it's going to be in my group, but by the end of this video, you might very well, it might finally dawn on you what you hold, and it might finally make you realize that this, in my opinion, could be the greatest asset ever to own and to hold. And I'm going to show you why. And one that you would never want to sell. I mean, I have a large portion of my XRP stash that I don't plan on ever selling. And you'll understand why at the end of this video. This one will blow some of your mind if you hadn't been around long, especially. But first, you got to see the new promo for XRP Las Vegas. This is XRP Las Vegas. I talked to Brad Combs. We're like real close to already selling as many tickets as the entire amount of people that were there last year. This thing's going to be into the thousands, and it's going to shatter the record by 4 or 5 times, and he's going to run out of tickets too. So go check it out. You can go to xrplasvegas.com to get them.
Hello, Las Vegas! You guys having fun? XRP Las Vegas 2025, May 30th and 31st at the MGM Grand. Early bird discount tickets are closing soon. You want to lock in. 2025 is looking like a big year for XRP. Celebrate the journey with the XRP family in Las Vegas, May 30th and 31st. 2 great days exploring the evolution of finance and Web3. Discounts closing soon. Get your tickets now.
There you go. Now, let's start it off. That was Brad Combs. He did an interview with the Bitwise
take a listen, shout out to you.
COO, the Bitwise CEO about the XRP ETF.
Take a listen, shout out to you, Matt.
In 27.
I think that's such a remarkable point. Now, I know everybody's like, can you ask him about the XRP ETF filing already? So, Matt, tell us what's going on with that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we have restrictions around what we can say. So I can confirm that we have an XRP filing. I can confirm that Bitwise doesn't file products for fun. We only file products when we think there's a reasonable chance of them launching because it's expensive to do. And so we're optimistic on this space. If you step back and look at this at 30,000 feet, I think you'll see the big picture. A lot of people get lost in the weeds of this, but here's the big picture. We've gone from no ETFs to ETFs on Bitcoin and Ethereum. XRP is obviously the 3rd largest crypto asset, so it's the obvious next one to focus on. We're moving from an SEC that is hostile to crypto to one that understands what crypto is about and is pro-innovation. When you put those two things together, I obviously can't guarantee anything about our application or anyone's application, but I can say that the trends point towards more ETFs in the future. And I will note, we already have XRP ETFs in Europe, and they're very successful, right? And there is significant demand. So I'm confident long-term, without speaking to our application, that we will get XRP ETFs here in the US. And I'm also confident that there'll be a big market for that.
All right, folks, strap in. Now, I'm going to skip this, but I am going to tell you, if you go to Fruition Productions and you go, I just did a live stream with Brad Combs and Chris from Rig from the Start documentary, and at the 56-minute and about 30-second mark, you can go there and you can watch me cry. He showed some footage from the documentary that was not in the finished product. It's worth seeing. If you want to hear my story, you can go watch it. Now, Stuart Alderati, just in. Rep French Hill wins powerful House Financial Services gavel. Congrats, French Hill, as chair of Digital Asset Subcommittee. Rep Hill poised to lead the charge for regulatory clarity, building off the momentum from the last Congress on market structure and stablecoin legislation. Here's Michael Saylor. Now, I want you to understand something. When you everything you've heard about Bitcoin, I want you to remember this one thing. Yes, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin, but there's a little thing about Bitcoin that makes XRP that also has a fixed supply 1,000 times better, and it's called the burn feature. Every transaction, a little bit of XRP is burned. There is no burn with Bitcoin. Remember that as you watch this and as you watch the rest of this video.
You know, now that we've gotten there, now what? What's next?
Every day for the past 4 years, I've said
that feature, I believe, is also a big part of the reason that XRP is so feared.
Buy Bitcoin, don't sell the Bitcoin. I'm going to be buying more Bitcoin. I'm going to be buying Bitcoin at the top forever. I joked with Dave Portnoy today. He said, I missed it at 10,000. I missed it at 20,000. I missed it at 100,000. I said, Dave, it's still less than $1 million a coin. You're getting a 90% discount from $1 million a coin. I'm sure that I will be buying Bitcoin at $1 million a coin, probably $1 billion a day of Bitcoin at $1 million a coin. And so I think it's a very simple idea. Just keep buying Bitcoin with your spare capital. It's going to appreciate against the dollar forever.
You know, now that
I believe XRP is going to do better, and you're going to learn why in this. A lot of things make sense now, don't they? Paramount, who owns 60 Minutes, transacts real-time payments across borders with JP Morgan payments. And if you go down here, how Paramount transacts RTPs to vendors globally. Let me see. Right here. Is your institution ready to make a leap? JP Morgan Payments has shared invaluable insights into their successful adoption. So SWIFT, who Ripple was in fact taking over before they got stopped by the SEC through regulatory capture, and look what happened, right? All right, this is where this video gets really interesting. Yeah, we've heard $10,000. That's crazy talk, and maybe it is. But crazy prices are not crazy. But I just wanted to show you, just because I saw this tweet today. Let's look what Xena says. Arthur Brito once said XRP was designed for $10,000. Later on, Bob Way made a quick math and was very excited by the possible price XRP could reach. Years have passed, and people who are not insiders, who don't know anything about what is actually going on behind the scenes, started to argue and contradict those claims. Now, of course, it's really possible that neither Arthur or Bob knew about the market cap, but maybe they were just super ignorant. Is it realistic? No, but who knows? People in this community, even the ones who hold XRP, think they're smarter than the smart ones. Stop dreaming. $10 is the absolute max, or maybe $20, but is it really? Is Arthur completely ignorant? Was he drunk? Anyway, so they're making the point that they think that $10 and $20 is peanuts. I think it is too. But I just wanted to, just as long as we're on this topic, where all the $10,000 XRP talk started is right here. This is a really great guy who I know I've met, named Mark Phillips. He's been quieter lately, but he put out this tweet in February 8, 2019, and he had written an entire article called XRP was designed for $10,000. That's what this is. It says the evidence is in the design. Here's the part on Arthur Brito, who was one of the founders. A somewhat famous quote from Ripple Labs co-founder Arthur Brito provides a tantalizing clue. In 2017, he wrote, XRP must be scalable to accommodate 7.5 billion people, which is the world's population, I guess, at the time. We'll come back to this quote, but it does provide insight into the scale of Ripple's ambitions to be used by the global population. First, let's examine some of the main features of XRP that support my claim that it was designed to carry $10,000 of value. Okay? Now, I want to show you this. This was put out from Brad Combs. Listen to this.
Can you see it coming together?
This is RLUSD he's talking about.
Yeah. Jack McDonald, the senior VP for stablecoin at Ripple. and CEO of Standard Custody and Trust Company, is excited too. Ripple has a financial position with a balance sheet of $20 to $30 billion behind it, which means they can stand behind the RLUSD stablecoin peg if it's ever lost, because they can use XRP to underpin it. And I tell you that this is the micro example of exactly what the macro goal is: to underpin the US dollar with XRP. And in order to do that and win that privilege, to be honored to be able to do that, and replace the petrodollar agreement and replace just one commodity backing a dollar, you could introduce XRP and have it prove to the world and the United States government that XRP can underpin the RLUSD stablecoin first. Then you can have it move to a much larger role to underpin the dollar itself.
Now think that through. XRP to underpin RLUSD. Brad Garlinghouse made a, I was looking for the video, I couldn't find it today, but he made a comment about this one time. He was talking about how Circle, in fact, I think I've got a clip. Let me see if I've got one here. Let me see. You know what? Okay. So anyway, the point is that Brad Garlinghouse has mentioned this before, and I may have the clip that I'm going to use in DAIXRP.com. But what I want to show you is we're going to talk about this, and when you really understand what that means, what does that even mean for the U.S. dollar to be underpinned by XRP, and why, and how would it work, and what is it that makes this asset so possibly the greatest asset to own in the history of assets, period, in my opinion. That's what we're going to talk about in DAIXRP.com. Now, I never did really cover all the bearable guy stuff and all, and I'm not going to start now. But I do remember this one picture right here, and we're not getting into bearable. I'm not solving riddles. I don't do that here. Some people are really good at it, and you should watch them. The best I ever saw at it was a guy, he went by Green Eggs and Ham. You'll see him around on X. This guy's a very smart guy, and he used to have some great videos where he would go. I mean, he has a pretty sharp mind. He would go and solve all the riddles and all this stuff. But anyway, the point I wanted to make to you is, regardless of who bearable guys and all that, that's not my concern. This picture could have been put out by somebody that just knew how this thing would go down before anybody else. It's got a picture of all these tokens, and they're all, going into the fire ultimately. And the concept, I mean, I think what everybody always thought was that's all the other tokens, but it doesn't show XRP here, and that would mean that all these tokens are going into the fire, and then XRP will be standing by itself. But what if what they were really talking about here was that XRP would be burned in transactions? And I'm not saying that's what they're saying here. I'm just saying the burn of the transactions is what we're going to really get into. Once you get your mind around all of this, it puts a whole different paint job, because, well, here we go. We're going to go in DAIXRP.com, and many of you will have an epiphany when you see all this. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family, away we go.